like the fucking United Nations. We got Mountain Ash. We got Aberdeen. We got fucking... What shit all you from, Pete?
United Valleys.
Pennegraig. Yeah, the United Valleys Nations.
It sounds like a racist movement, doesn't it?
Looks like one as well.
I know.
Aye. Well,
Because of you, Pete.
three of us have got skinheads. Nicky's is holding on as best as it can, and Dan's got a fucking carrot.
I had mine cut yesterday, but I got a mullet now.
Yeah, it must be a fucking half-price haircut when your hairline goes all the way behind your ears, but I hope we didn't charge you full price for that. I am. So this week with the old school ghouls, the Valleys representatives, we've got Dan McNeil.
What's on, boys?
He's our foreign correspondent, currently living in Dorchester.
It's fucking miles away.
We got Nicky Evans.
Hello.
We got Scott James.
Go in.
How are your hands from hitting your kids?
Fucking sore, man.
You've done really well with yourself, man. You've stopped taking those rings off. So, like I said, body shots so they can't see him in school.
I've learned now tangerine in a fucking sock doesn't bruise, so they get in.
Or a bar of soap.
Or a bar of soap.
Well, the tangerine don't bruise or the kids don't bruise?
The kids don't bruise.
Beat the fuck out of your kid with a tangerine and it's like, you bruised my fruit, you bastard.
And I beat him with my bare hands.
You keep playing fuck, I'll get the frozen pear out now. And on his second episode, we've got Peter Harris.
What's up, guys?
Everyone say hello to Pete.
Nice
Hello,
to see you, Pete, man.
Hiya, Pete.
Well on, Pete.
Nice to be involved. Nice to be invited for once.
Oh, fuck off. We invited you.
Pete finally shows up.
We invited... Yeah, where's your personality, bud? It didn't show last episode, you prick. Fucking hell. All right. So this episode again, same as last week, we are talking about Valleys life. The Welsh Valleys.
Fuck.
Nestled between here and there. My geography's not very good. Nestled between...
Mountain and another.
Where would you say the Valleys ends?
Valleys ends. Meath.
Probably between the edge of the valleys and Cardiff.
I'd say proper Valleys finishes at like fucking Ponty.
But Porth is gates the valleys, isn't it? So there's gate, there's been Porth.
Yeah.
Which way?
I go like Ponty to Neath, I would.
Yeah.
That's the end of the valleys, like.
And then the other way is fucking Brecon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Up north. Like,
So that's the geographical part of the episode done. What I noticed...
Brecon is still South Stan.
Yeah.
you see? Do you think?
Yeah. Major south.
Yeah.
Snowdonia is mid Wales.
Hey, you're not allowed to call it Snowdonia anymore. What's the fucking...
No, it's Snowdonia National Park, actually.
What's
The
North
mountain,
Wales?
you know, you don't call
Is it?
Snowdonia. Yeah.
It's what? It's mid Wales.
Snowdon, you got to fucking Earwithfa. That's for fucking...
Yeah.
That's for all the fucking posh people holiday in Wales. Call it Earwithfa. Show us some fucking respect, yeah?
Yeah, you're the pricks that stamped out the language. You can learn the fucker again now.
You took our language, you took our water, and fucking
coal.
Thatcher took our fucking mines. But you know what? You can still
Never
get me
take
out
my
with the
strong vote.
valleys. You still get me out with the valleys, boys.
You can never
It's the only
It just costs 80 quid a gram, like.
It's the only place I know of that can still fucking get it.
You were
Like other
clipping.
places.
Scott, you're clipping, but your mic sounds fucking awful.
For fuck's sake. I'm going to fucking smash this cunting thing now.
He's not actually clipping. I just like getting
You're not your
angry.
kid, Scott.
Do it.
Now, get a Red Bull today.
He's had a Red Bull.
Oh, watch out, boys. He's got a Red Bull.
I haven't had a Red Bull, so you know what that means. My fucking...
Scott, your fucking audio sounds horrific, but... Oh, it's because he's in the valleys and they haven't got fucking fibre broadband yet.
He's on
How's that now?
his phone.
He's hotspot, yeah, on fucking 3G.
Is that working now?
No, he's still clipping horrendously, but check your gain settings.
Looks like you're drinking piss still on.
Yeah.
Recycling, but fucking recycling.
It's because it is piss, Austin.
No, it's because I fucking... It's because I finished my podcast whiskey, and the only mix...
Stag, you?
I'm on the fucking Western Gold, but Western Gold Little Special.
No one.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a proper Valleys thing, that is.
I don't buy the fucking £13.50 2-year aged one. I go for the £15 5-year aged. Wait, I could buy Jim Beam for the same price.
I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Fucking tit.
Well, in fucking England, it's a fucking tenner, that bourbon is. And in Europe, it's fucking £8.
Move to Europe, man.
Move to you, yeah.
Just for the whiskey prices, like.
Well, since I moved to Cardiff, fucking, apparently I'm not Valleys anymore. Apparently I've betrayed the Valleys now I've moved to Cardiff.
I don't know.
What does that make me?
That makes you a Tory, Daniel.
Oh, it's a bit extreme.
I'd like to mention, does everyone like Dan McNeil's little Anakin Skywalker Padawan braid in his hair?
Has he got a braid in his ear?
Yeah.
You
That's
fucking
not
nonce.
This sounded disgusting, Nicky's one. Have you got a brain, is it?
You fucking nonce, like.
That's a fucking battery for my wireless headphones with the mic.
Bollocks.
It's
You
sort
look
of like, like a Padawan.
You look like someone at the last them weekends, you fucking fool.
I walk around to work all day with us, this in, so fucking I look like that all the time.
Do you want to try talking,
Well,
Scott? See if you clip that?
I've completely lost audio on this call.
Yeah, you're not making any noise, but
Gone.
Dead. KIA.
anyway, we'll just crack on. We'll crack on, see if Scott comes back at some point. So,
Here we go.
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, a little bit.
Is it better?
It's better. Yeah,
Yeah,
just get closer to the mic.
It's better, it's just not great.
But now you sexy bastards.
Yeah, go on.
Dead.
Try pouring some beef behind it, make some noise. There you go. Might be all right.
I was half expecting him to go like that.
So,
Beast bit on it.
Fucking lovely.
so I reckon fucking Ponty is where the Valleys ends, because once you've been thrown out of all the Valleys pubs and you've been barred from the Valleys pubs, and it takes a lot of effort to get barred from a Valleys pub, that's when you go to Ponty, innit? A Ponty night out is a big night out for fucking Deep Valleys, innit?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
fucking
definitely.
scary night out.
Ponty
as well.
is like the Valleys Cardiff.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a great place to get punched in the face by a fucking UFC fight, isn't it?
That's a very good point, Pete. And I think we should talk about that now that you're on the episode. Fucking hell. All right. So, Valleys, fighting in pubs is basically somewhat of a religion. Me,
Less so than it used to be, mind.
yeah, it's getting better. I think it's called gentrification. Fuck, that night out in Ponty. So,
That random.
he started trying to sell us that shit-looking coke, didn't he? He flashed us a bag, and he's like, 40 quid. I'm like, nah, but I got Purcell in the house, you prick.
It was you and fucking Adam trying to buy it, wasn't it? I was driving.
No, none of us do drugs, except for Scott, who openly admits that on the podcast.
Yeah, I fucking smash it all.
So, we spoke
Right,
to him
he was trying to
earlier.
push drugs on us, he was.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to force drugs on us,
Yeah.
as good Christian boys.
Yeah.
And then we fuck off, go inside, and we come back, and he is ragging about that girl, isn't he?
That was his girlfriend, apparently, wasn't it?
He was ragging about that girl, and drunk Dylan decided that he wasn't going to fucking have any of that. This fucking... Oh, but I was so fucking drunk. I had no fucking appreciation for my own safety. I was like, oh, but fucking stop Aaron. And that was the end of it.
Literally.
That was the end of it. I thought, I've done a good deed. You know, he's probably going to kick the fuck out of her when they get home, but at least they didn't do it in front of me. We go inside for another couple hours, and then we go back out, and then he's there, he's up in my face, and I'm like, oh, fuck off, but clearly I'd offended him by telling him not to hit his missus. So I put myself in the Valley's defense stance, put my fucking hands on my collar like that, genuinely thinking, oh yeah, if he swings for me, bang, bang, put my hands up, fucking, he won't fucking touch me at all. So we're there going at it. Well, he's there talking aggressively to me, and I'm there like, whoa, dude, I'm just here to fucking dance. Like, I'm here for a fun time, you know, it's fine. And I had no idea the danger I was in. And I peer over to Peter, and he's just there taking the rings off his fingers. And I'm like, well,
Well,
that's
last-
strange.
Last time I punched someone with that, I broke it. So
I was like, am I in danger here? What the fuck's going on? This fucker, I remember the last. Do you remember the last thing I said to him, Pete?
if you're gonna swing for me, swing.
Close enough. I said, look, cunt. If you're gonna do it, just fucking do it.
That was it.
I swear to God, guys, he did it faster than anything I've seen in my entire life.
It was
Yeah.
about like 3-4 punches, just
Oh, but he headbutted me.
midway.
Then he threw a right in. It hit my head. My head hit the wall behind me. And then do you know what I did in response? Just briefly lost
Feet up.
consciousness.
It was that like a dull thud. And you just hear someone's skull hit the concrete, and you're like, "Fuck!"
I fell into a squat position, and then my brain fucking rebooted in safe mode. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I look up. Pete, like my guardian angel, is wailing this cunt in the back of the head, and I'm like, Pete's decent, man. And it's like, I should probably do something about this situation. So I thought, okay, fuck it. I tried to launch myself as hard as I could at his legs to try and take him off his feet. I somehow moved myself so quickly, I managed to dislocate my right shoulder.
I think that was because you rugby tackled his knee, and his knee went straight into your shoulder.
I don't know what happened, but all I know is that I got one floppy arm, one arm round the back of his legs, while Pete is trying his best to fucking deactivate the bastard. They're punching the top of his head. I'm like, well, I started this situation. I better do something. I can't use my arm. I know. Just bite him in the leg as hard as I physically can.
Yes. That's a proper Valley's looking scrapper, isn't it?
I tried my best to fucking just take flesh out of his leg.
Mate, I punched him, and I saw his face. He was like looking at me because I fucking shouted. Went in. When he looked at me, he went, and he was like, "You're too late to stop yourself." And I just seen
Yeah.
my hand hit the fucking top of his skull, and just the pain radiate then right up to my eyes. Just like, oh, for fuck's sake! But I got to keep hitting him. So I'm hitting this thing. My knuckle then was like, "Fucking out to you. Go back to your
You're
dad's."
there fucking punching the back of his head. You're like, what's Dylan doing? Is he trying to suck him off?
The fuck was happening? I just seen you in a lump, and then you were like at his leg, and I was like, "Is he
Oh,
trying to tackle him?" I don't know. These guys like this days because I just hit him in the fucking back of the skull, and then in 2 seconds the bouncers were out. They were on it. They were out straight away. As soon as it started, they were out, and then they said to us, "Oh, don't worry, we know we've been playing up earlier. You guys can stay here. You're right."
You knew he was playing fuck. So why didn't you stop him fucking playing up before he battered me?
Valley's bouncers logic, that is.
Yeah.
Fuck it
They
up.
can see who the dickhead is going in, but they still don't fucking sort them out. Like, fucking pisses me off.
To be fair to them though, there's a lot of dickheads.
Yeah. Fair play.
It's hard to pick who's going to be the dickhead just as a loudmouth and who's going to be the dickhead loudmouth who throws a punch.
Well, I was the loudmouth that
I'm
got
the ladder.
punched. Yeah. So fucking, I'm still. Someone gave me a pint of Strongbow as well for my heroic duties, and I'm there holding it to my face. And I was like,
You
Pete,
bleeding.
Pete, I'm gonna need you to fucking pop my shoulder back in. Again. And then Adam comes downstairs from the toilet, and all he sees is Pete holding his hand and me with a fucking pint on my head, and he's like, "So, why the fuck have you two been fighting then?"
That's
Instantly, you think that the pair of you have been fighting each other. Like,
Yeah. It's like, no, there was a third party, I swear. And then Adam says he chased him outside and tried to
Yeah.
beat him up in the street, but it's all bollocks. He saw it kicking off and he fucked off to the toilets, and I don't blame him. Exactly what he did.
He
this
defend
happen?
himself. Fucking.
Did this happen to be in the cry?
No, where did
Oh
that?
no.
Which one was it?
Soul Sweet. Next to
Soul
cry, you know.
Sweet, yeah.
Mm.
I
So-
got one from a cry.
Me and Scott were in the cry once, and them fucking in punch machines, like you hit them as hard as you can, and it tells you. What fucking
Yeah,
match you
apparently
are,
they're called fucking Dylan. Apparently they just say, "Oh, are you gonna
If you
fucking
hit
do
him
it?"
hard enough, a fucking score comes up above his head. Like, I hate them. I think they're the fucking completely wrong thing for having a pub.
Oh,
Especially when you've
yeah.
got, like a fucking ridehead who wants to prove something.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
anyway, we was in the, we was in the cray, and there was this fucking like group of juice heads on that fucking punching machine watching it there, and I was just like thinking to myself.
And let me just set the mood a minute. Let me just set the mood. I'd had 2 monsters before I'd gone out.
He'd had 2 monster energies. His kids were away, so someone needed a fucking beating.
So anyway, there we were in the cray. I remember it was a couple of us all together. But anyway, we're there now, having a pint and enjoying life and whatnot. And then Scott decides that he wants to be the fucking biggest juice head in the room. So he sticks his pound in this machine, and these right heads now are finished, there it goes, and they're standing by the side of the machine. Scott sticks his pound in, takes his first whack in, guess whatever, hits it harder the second time. Guess whatever points.
Do you get a good score, Scott? What's your score looking like?
I always get a good score.
So the third one, he took a fucking run up. Fucking swung, like put everything he had, every fucking like ounce of body weight and everything into this fucking hook, right? Whack, hit the machine. But because he'd like took a run up at it, he kept going forward and fucking punched his juice head, man, square in the back of the head like a fucking whack as he's gonna drink his fucking pint. So fucking strongbow and black everywhere. This fucking right head goes flying, right? So we stood there like, and I thought, fuck, we're gonna get fucking eaten there. There was about fucking 150 stone between the three of them, like. Right? This fucking juice head just turns around, like, I look straight to Scott, and Scott was like, you just run out the back, but. So these fucking juice heads go flying out the back of the cray up the smoking area.
I turned to Nicky and put my pint down. I was like, it's time to fucking leave it. Go, like.
We were supposed to be staying in Ponty as well. We were like, we can't go to any other pubs now, because if we go to like the fucking Skinny Dog or anywhere else and they're there, they're going to know it's us now, because they run out the back looking for an imaginary person who they didn't even know looked like anyone anyway. It wasn't like, oh, was you wearing a fucking red t-shirt or anything? They just run out the back and they're all running after. So
they were looking at somebody who was like proper scared, but I weren't scared. I just quickly just turned around and went, hey, with me, but he was out the back. He just gone.
Honestly, if we'd have stayed in Pontypridd for another 5 minutes, I swear to God, me and him wouldn't be at now.
Fair play to them. They probably
been scattered all over the rugby pitch.
Eventually, they would have put their 3 minds together. You know, they would have activated all the brain cells they had between them. They're like, I think that guy that was holding his hand.
And it was a proper clout as well. Like, it was a fucking, you could hear it over the music and people talking and everything. And it went whack. I was like, fuck. Do you know, like that moment in Snatch where they talk? We've all seen Snatch, the film.
Yeah.
Do you know where the guy right at the end with the guy's holding the gun, and he's like, yeah. Like that moment where it's like every second feels like a minute. Like I'm going. Oh, we went.
Do you remember, Pete, that night we had in Ponty, how that ended?
Oh, I knew it was.
Well, first we were in your car and you were talking to that girl on the phone, and I was like, I got into a fight defending a woman. I'm really brave. Can you send me some nice pictures? Will you be my girlfriend?
Was it?
Yeah. I tried my best with her. She was fucking repulsed, but... Anyway, you don't catch any fish unless you get your little worm out, do you?
Exactly.
We went back.
Unless you punch them right in the back of the fucking head.
We went back to my fucking dad's that night, and he was expected to sew my face up. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah, you had the kit out on the table. Sewing kit and first, you had sewing kit and first aid out on the table, ready to patch him up.
And my dad was like, you didn't even get battered, did you, fucking drama queen? I'm like, shut up. Let me
rip it into, man.
Let me feel cool. But then we went back to mine. And I couldn't undo my jeans because my fucking shoulder was fucked. I couldn't move my arm.
We put him in a sling.
Put me in a sling, proper first aid. Yeah, I remember how that night ended. Me and you were sat on the floor of the house, well, the house I shared with her. Just sat there drinking, and I remember I was just sick all over my face.
You went, no, you just looked at me, you went, you like laughed, put your head back, and I could tell that you were doing it to stop yourself from trying to throw up. Instead, he just threw up into his mouth, tried to swallow it, coughed, and it went like a fountain, came back down, most of it in his mouth impressively, but then just half just went all down his beard, all down his sling, and I was like, great. And you looked at me, you laughed, and went, I think I should go to bed now.
Yeah, I think that's the official sign of bedtime.
But stood up, and then his trousers fell down, and he couldn't get them back up. So I'm trying to put them back up and trying to get so he could walk up the stairs, trying to get his fucking the button on. It's just not going. And I was like, I have to get a better look. And it ended at like 3 a.m. I'm on my knees in front of his fucking crotch, pulling up his fucking trousers to put them on just so he can walk up the stairs.
Take them back off again.
And then as soon as I get upstairs,
Yeah, take them off.
I tried to take my jeans off, so I kick both my feet off, both my shoes off, and then I just do a little dance, dragging my heels down my trousers until they were down. About 25 minutes, I was there dancing.
Sweating.
You did it with your top as well, though.
Oh,
I walked up the stairs to go for a piss later on, and it was like someone had been struck by lightning. It was like a pair of boots just there at the end of his feet, then the jeans laid out, then a little small gap, then his fucking t-shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? And then all I hear is, fuck you, in, and a whack where you spattered elbowed your arm in the night and you punched me in the head.
So fucking Spatch was staying in my bed, in the spare bed, which was normally my bed, and then my girlfriend had her own bedroom. I probably should have had a fucking clue that the relationship wasn't going very well when we had our own bedrooms. But anyway, I instinctively, that pissed, climbed into my own bed with Spatch. I didn't know that Adam was in the bed. And apparently I was clutching right up to him, shirtless. He moved in the night and fucking clearly jarred my bad elbow. Apparently I just went, oh, fuck you, and slapped him in the face, climbed over him, and then went to sleep in my missus' bed.
Sounds about an average Valley night out, like.
Yeah, it was a good Valley.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Fucking big
I didn't
city.
even plan on going out. They just phoned me. They're like, we're down Ponty, come down.
We
We'll
need
have
a
laugh."
lift.
And I was like, yeah, basically, they need a lift home. I was like, guys, I'm not fucking drinking. I'll come down for a laugh. When I ended up going back to his old man's. His old man was just like,
And according to
Yeah,
Pete, when it comes to lifts, according to Pete, as long as he gets 20 quid and he can kiss your sister, he'll give anyone a lift.
right there, first episode.
Fuck it up. Yeah, man, Valley's drinking is proper fucking Wild West, isn't it?
It's even worse
It
when
is
you're
Wild
younger
West.
as well.
Go on, Dan, you got a story for us?
Yeah, because like when we were all 16, 15, 16, 17 sort of thing, you'd have nowhere to drink in Aberdeen other than the streets pretty much. And
Dan
we would
McNeil,
always
man of the streets.
man of the streets. Yeah.
Looks like he lives on the streets.
I
Thing
was
is,
saying,
though,
fucking
he's
hell.
still hanging around the streets with those 15 to 16-year-olds, except he buys them beer now and tells them he builds guitars.
Are you a course of it?
I don't know.
I don't believe that Dan tells people that he builds guitars. Come on.
Oh, God, this running joke is getting too far.
It's getting too deep.
Go on, Dan, tell
Next
your
week I will have a
story.
phone call off him and he'll be boys, fuck you, we're not building guitars anymore, I'm going back to McDonald's.
The one true love of my life.
I quit building guitars. I'll keep doing the podcast, but fuck, stop making fun of me. Go on, Dan, tell your story.
Aye, so fucking, I can't remember what bit I got to now. Yeah,
Drinking in the
fucking,
streets.
yeah, drinking on the streets when you're a kid, sort of thing, right? We'd always used to fucking hang out at the bus depot and Aberdeen Park and all that. But like, there'd always be that one group of kids who'll be going round, they'll be looking for a fucking fight. Like, and I remember, well, obviously I fucking remember because of what happened. But basically, we were all drinking at the bus depot one day. It was about like 10, 12 or something like that. And I'd cross the road to go to the toilet. And on my way back, coming into the depot, Some girl just walks up to me and she's like, "Oh, are you gonna hit my friend then?" And I look at her and she's about 4.5 foot tall, ginger, and I'm like, "Nah, what the fuck are you on about?" And she points to this girl behind her, and I'm like, "Nah, I ain't got a clue what you were on about there." So I just turn around to walk away. And as I turn around, there's like about 15 boys behind me. And all I can remember is the one boy's head coming towards me, and I just black out. But I wake up in some fat girl's arms, and I'm like, "Oh, definitely not in heaven, boo, then."
It's an angel.
And fucking, I feel
You
my
an
face.
angel.
You're definitely not an angel. But fucking,
Not one of them 72 virgins.
She fucking she nursed you back to life, and you were here slagging her off. you
Yeah, she
bastard.
nursed you back to life, and that's all you can refer to it as the fat girl.
I can't even remember who he was now. Do you know what I mean?
It was me, Dan, when I had long hair.
That out to the,
But
She's there bent over trying to offer you another.
Take my essence.
and that,
sustenance. But I fucking, like, I sit up, and all my mates are around the back of me, right? I'm like, "Oh, boys, back bed's fine. Fucking, it's my lip that hurts." So what had happened? I blacked out because he'd head butted me in the face, right? And it was my lip that was hurting. But after I go down like a sack of shit, right? They'd kicked my head into the corner of the wall. So when I sit up, the boys are all there looking at the back of my head, and they just lift my hand up to my right-hand side, right, and about a foot away from my head, and the blood is spurting out from the top of my head onto my hand. So fucking, they kicked me quite hard. So fucking, I had an ambulance then over to Prince Charles Hospital, and like, there were 11 metal staples across the top of my head.
Fucking hell.
Fucking, yeah, no, it was shit. Yeah,
So anyway, the Valleys is actually a
Like you
really
remembered it,
nice place. It's fucking lovely. You should all go there. It's
It
amazing.
just don't go out after dark.
Let's face it though, Dan, you were probably saying that you were going to hit that girl's friend for ages before they did that. Let's face
Yeah,
it.
man, yeah. I was going to batter her, do you know what I mean? Ginger prick, like, didn't deserve to walk this earth because of her hair colour, like, so
Yeah.
fuck her.
For those listening,
He's
Dan is
probably-
in fact a
he was-
daywalker ginger.
He probably said something about building guitars to her, and she had a text for him.
I'm going to build guitars in the future.
I'm going to build violins in the future. That's my plan.
Violins.
Yeah. fucking why
Initially,
not?
initially, you were going to be like a fucking accountant or something, and then that boy booted your head against the wall, and he's like, guitars.
Factory reboot.
lost about 30 points of IQ. Like,
More than that, but that's generous.
Fucking
I'm not saying I lost to begin with. I'm just saying that you got
Yeah.
30.
He was saying how many you lost, Dan, not how many you have. Fuck it up.
That's our point proven there, though, isn't it?
Oh,
Have we got any more Valley stories then of the old Wild West?
fucking, I got a few.
Well, on about the cry. You know my cousin Tom, the new
No.
Yeah.
Vaguely?
On page. TD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know him. I did a
Yeah.
swanton bomb onto him.
Yeah, well, we were in the cry back when it was the Celtic Pride, I think it was. He
Yeah.
just turned 18. So I said, "Oh, we'll go out for a few beers. I'm taking on Ponty for your first time." He's like, "All right." And that was back in the day when Ponty was fighting every Friday night, fighting every Saturday night. Police would only turn up on Sunday. So we're in the cry, having a few beers. He goes drunk bowl, sitting there. Two boys get a bit rowdy behind him. One of them bumps his back, spills his fucking bowl over the table. And you know what Tom looks like? He looks like he got fucking downs. He picks up the pint, right?
I love you, Tom.
He
Yeah.
picks up the pint glass, taps the guy on the shoulder and goes, "Just one more, please, mate." Guy goes, "The fuck are you? What are you on about?" He said, "You bumped me. Split my pint. Pay for a new one." He goes, "Fuck off, little prick." I goes, "Okay." Guy turns around. Tom gets off his stool, picks it up, literally eyes the stool up, like, so it doesn't feel like looks like, yeah. Whack straight across this guy's back, right? He just goes fucking down. He hits him like in the lower back, you know, his legs just go
Fuck
from him.
yeah.
He's out cold. Fucking they all stumble over. And Tom just turns, "I just want more, please, love." Barman's like, "Yeah." Pays for it. Meanwhile, this group of boys have stumbled into another group. They've started fighting with each other. Then their mates have got involved over there. Someone's thrown a glass and glassed someone. Someone's done something else. And it was like the fucking OK Corral in it. Every other fucker's fighting. I'm here pushing people away. Like fucking, like I'm only well, 2 years older than Tom. So I just turned 20. So I'm shitting myself because I got fucking big, huge fucking juices trying to fight me. We're all off their face on fucking coke. And I'm like, fucking just leave me the fuck alone, running away from him. While he's there sitting happy as Larry on his fucking stool, which he just fucking launched at someone. Thinking he's fighting to find a bow with the fucking chaos around him.
That's epic.
That's boy, yeah.
Honestly, the police come in and they clear everyone out. And it's like him just by the bar going, all right.
Okay.
Yes, Tom.
Doing us proud, boys. You're doing us proud.
Honestly, like he's just the freaking black hole of chaos.
All of chaos, like.
Yeah, I pretty much grew up in the fucking Bronx. I did, like.
But in America?
No, fucking pen wine, man.
This Valley's Hell's Kitchen, isn't it?
Bronx.
Man, it's fucking bad. Like,
Come on.
it is fucking bad. Just like growing up, I've always had a problem with bullies. I've always been that one kid the bullies look at. I think he deserves a fucking kick in. He do. And I bullied relentlessly all my time living in Penwine. But
You bullied relentlessly.
some of the time. Yeah, I didn't bully. I got bullied. That's why I hate my kids now. Came back.
Nice to have someone smaller and softer than me.
Yeah. But it was a couple of Friday nights, like, I think I was probably around about 12, 13, just before I moved up to Irwin. And
Sexy agent.
it was,
Get wine for
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, some people say Irwin. Is
If
Irwin?
you're from Irvine, they say Irwin.
Herwine, but it's Herwine, but everyone says Irwin.
Irwin.
Aye, only if you're from it.
Yeah.
If you're from Irvine, you
that's
say
from there.
Irwin. If you're not from Irvine, you say, Irvine.
Irwin, man. Carry on, man. Your time's in Irwin.
Yeah, but I was just before I moved up there. It was like the last couple of weekends that we were living in Penwine. And they must have known I was moving away.
It's not Penwine, but it's Penwin.
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 Malan.
Fucking genuine heroine from the
Heroine
back
from
streets of
Penwine.
Panowine.
Yeah, and it was like fucking hell. It was those last couple of weekends was like fucking Hell's Kitchen, man. It was dreadful. They must have
I had
known
my
I was moving away,
first
'cause they-
ever fucking kick-in Penwine Park.
Oh, come on.
How old was I? I must have been like fucking 6, 7. I got into Penwine. My father, before he moved away, had a friend who lived in Penwine, so we got to see him and his family. And they were like, "Oh, go down the park with the kids." So off down to the park we went. I must have stuck out like a sore thumb, not being from Penwine or something. I must have had some kind of fucking beacon above my head.
They're just like, pronounce Penwine. And they're like, oh,
Next.
Penwine?
Next
No,
thing.
it's Penwine, you prick. Get it.
The next thing, I know I'm fucking surrounded by this group of lads. Might have been a little bit older than me, and they were like, "Who are you? Where are you from?" type of thing. And me being the fucking bolshy cunt that I am, was like, "Who the fuck are you? It's got nothing to do with you." I can't remember what he said to me, but I called him No Lashes. So like thinking back, you know, he must have been like playing with a fire or something and singed his eyelashes because he didn't have any. Right? So as soon as I called him fucking No Lashes, that was it. Like, all these little Penwine, I started kicking fucking him in the park, like proper, like a beating you'd see on Green Street. That it's just all in a circle and you were lying like in the fetal position. Well, I was just lying there having an absolute fucking shooting, and all of a sudden I can just hear my old man coming down the fucking park like this. And when I turned around and look, my old man had grabbed this fucking kid who I called No Lashes, picked him up in the air, and fucking threw him into a tree. Like something out of a fucking Marvel film, right? He just launched this kid about 12 foot, like fucking. Grabbed hold of another one, swung him around by like the fucking scruff of his jumper, let him go. His friend grabbed this other one, fucking. That was it. All these kids scattered fucking everywhere like rats, and then my old man's like, "Need to get the fuck out of fucking Penwine now."
You're in bed,
Full of
country.
fathers.
Oh, man, get the fuck out of Dodge, like.
Turns out
honestly,
he's just
God,
a kid with alopecia, like.
But like fucking,
Lashing out because he's different. Like,
Oh, squeak.
that was the fucking like, yeah, I think that was my first like fucking proper. Don't say fight because it wasn't a fight because I got fucking battered by a group of them. Like,
first jump in, like.
yeah,
Where the fuck was your dad when I was getting battered in Ponty, but
probably sat there fucking watching.
he's not my
Fuck him, I don't know
fucking,
him.
he's not my
My-
blood.
My own, fucking me and my own man are exactly the same. It's like it wouldn't matter if it was that one kid or all 10.
Just
I still would have.
just
I still
gasping
would've
for an
just-
excuse to beat up kids in a park.
I still would have just been like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, stand my ground, even though I know I'm gonna get a fucking paste in.
You have to in the valleys, haven't you? You got to fucking. It's like Boy
Yeah.
Named Sue, innit? We were all fucking weird alternative cunts. We had to fucking learn to scrap. Oh, in Dan's case, get kicked against the wall.
All are like sort
Barbie
of,
5 battered.
all are sort of like fucking valley beatings and stuff like that, or like the way you live in the valleys. When I moved down to Llanelli, I had such a fucking like culture shock with how different things are down there.
Yeah.
Like the way people are. Like they got, well, when I lived there, they had fucking gang culture, but they had rival gangs.
I thought
fucking-
you were going to say about how nice it was.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, fuck.
fuck no, fuck I. Like out in Ponty, fucking, it's like going to the fucking Ritz, man, compared to fucking Llanelli. It's fucking wild, right? So I moved down to Llanelli, makes a group of friends, start going out, you know, like on a Friday, Saturday, just fucking mooching around town, drinking cans, doing what fucking, you know, teenagers do.
Pinching cars.
Pinching cars. Doing a bit of brown fucking. But like, so I goes to this fucking kebab shop now and I buy myself some cheese and chips, right? And I'm walking with my friend Daz. And I used to have this like an underground subway, walk like under the road instead of over it.
That's where subways tend to be, but hence the name.
So
Just an underground tunnel. We don't actually.
yeah, I
have
didn't know if you were gonna get confused with like the fucking sandwich shop or fucking New York subway where we got on a train, you know, fucking. I just had to clarify what type of subway it was, right? So as we come down the steps into this subway, there's two lines up the wall, right, of these older sort of teenage boys. Like I was about 16, 17 at the time. They must have been in their 20s. And I just remember this boy Daz just literally like putting his head down. We was having a conversation, but as soon as he seen these boys, he just went cheapish, put his head down, and just fucking walked through. Didn't look, didn't say hello or nothing. So I was just like, just a fucking group of boys to me. They're my fucking cheese and chips like that. My boys, none of them said nothing. I was like, oh, all right then, carry on eating my cheese and chips. As soon as I got to like the last boy in this line, he went like, fucking smack it, my cheese and chips up, man. So it was like, you fucking, what do I call him a fucking fuck do you think you're doing with my cheese and chips? And I just remember my mate Dad grabbing me by the hood and he was like, you better run because he'll fucking stab you up. Like, so I was like, I ain't getting fucking stabbed. And it was like, I don't know, man, there must have been fucking 10 of them at least. Like, so we fucking ran off anyway. Gets to my friend's house and he was like, do you realise what you've just done? I said, what do you mean what I've just done? He was like, you should have took that cheese and chips and just fucking gone and bought another one from somewhere else. Like, I said, no, that's my fucking cheese and chips, man.
That's my fucking dinner,
the fuck
man.
my food, like. So Dad then sits me down and explains to me that this group of lads were known as the LLC, which stands for the Llanelli Lunatic Crew. That was one of the rival gangs,
It
right?
sounds unbelievably white, doesn't it?
Fucking hell.
Oh,
That's,
fuck, as white as can be, but
that's
it
how
was like,
gangster the valleys are. Fucking hell. Real gangs are killing people on street corners, but they will slap your lunch out of your hands. Like,
and like they were all, they looked like something out of a fucking London rap video. They all had their fucking chains on and all this. And so Daz like sits down and he's like, look, they're called the fucking Llanelli Lunatic Crew for a reason. They are fucking lunatics. They'll fucking burn your car up outside your house and all that. You just don't want to fucking mess with them. He said, your car's marked now. That's it. You're going to get a fucking beat down off them. Like, So I was like, no, man, that's not how it fucking flies up with us, like in the valleys. He said, what do you mean, man? I said, if that was a fucking Saturday night in an Aberdeen town, someone would have hit the cheese and chips out of your hand, you'd have had a scrap. If you've seen them the following weekend, it was either like, right, we'll either get over it, or we'll just have another scrap.
Yeah, either you buy me some cheesy chips or...
Or we just keep scrapping until I get my cheesy chips.
Yeah, so...
Daz is like, that ain't gonna fucking happen down here. So...
There's more respect up there.
Yeah, like fucking definitely. But I remember then the nightclub was called Tom Pepper's. She goes to Tom Pepper's now, and it's my first time I've ever been in there, right? And I have this lecture for Gwen, and he's like, look, the LLC are going to be in here. There's certain fucking areas in this nightclub and you don't stand in. So like, these gangs have got their own fucking corners and that, man, right? So you had the LLC. I can't remember the other one's called. The other one was called the TBS, True Brown Style, and they were all Filipino.
Okay.
Right? So I'm in this nightclub now, Tom Pepper's, drinking my drink.
Eating your cheesy chips.
Fucking clucking for a cheesy chips on the way up. I was like, I wait to have his cheesy chips. So all of a sudden, I see this boy, like, the fucking hit the cheesy chips out of my hands. And my mate's like, he's fucking eyeballing you. He's going to fucking have you. He's going to bottle you or something. So the more drunk I get, I'm like, fuck it. If he bottles me, he bottles me. If he don't knock me out, I'll fucking bottle him back. So next thing, over he comes, and he's like, so, what happened the other day, Anne? I was like, yeah, what about it? He said, you owe me fucking cheese and chips back. And he was like, you're from round here, you? I was like, no, I don't know, fuck you, guys, you owe me cheese and chips back. And he like walked off, and I thought, fuck, they're all going to come back now, just fucking stab fucking me in this nightclub, right? She comes back, but like later found out that this was his boy's brother.
Yeah.
And he's like, we need someone like him in with us. I was like, what? I was like, what? And he's like, no one in my whole life has ever fucking like stood their ground or stood up to me the way you have. And I was like, if you were a cunt because we had the fucking cheese and chips out of my hand. Like, that was bullying. That was you trying to be a bully. That wasn't like you being...
That's not gang shit. That's not real gang shit. That's you bullying.
I was like, I swear to God, I said, if you come and try that up in a fucking Welsh Valleys, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, you'd get a fucking infant.
No.
Thing is, if one of us did that, or we did that as kids in around fucking Pennygrag or whatever, or probably the same up by you, our own mates would be like, well, you're asking for anything, like you fucking did the chips out of his hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck you, like, I ain't jumping in.
Exactly.
You thought, like...
You were cruising for a bruising, as they say.
Yeah. But,
so... Nicky, I always wondered what that LLC tattoo was on your hand. I had no idea that you were part of the fucking lunatic crew.
No, I'm not. I have no gang ties. I was like, fuck it, that ain't for me. That ain't my fucking...
I ain't in for the gang life. I respect my lunch.
I'm in for my life, and that's it. Like, and I'm fucking hanging around in subways, fucking picking on kids younger than me.
Picking on kids, like, they call themselves a gang and they pick on kids. Fucking pathetic. Any LLC members fucking listening now, you fucking leave my lunch alone, yeah?
But that fucking same night, it all kicked off in there with the LLC and fucking Brown Boys. And I swear to God, it was like something out of the fucking gangs in New York. It was fucking stools and
there were chips flying everywhere. There was kebabs on the wall.
Someone had a plastic fork stuck in it.
Packets of big G nuts being thrown everywhere. Like.
Someone dropped a burger, but not one of the cheap ones. It was an £1/2, £6 that was, with a can of Pepsi Max. But he busted over someone's head.
Number 6 meal deal. Fucking full across the room, like. It's fucking completely different. And then, like, my friends from Llanelli have come up there for a night out, and they're like, fucking hell, it's just so relaxed.
It's relaxed until it's not relaxed.
Yeah, when it fucking kicks off, it kicks off. But, like, I don't know, man. It's like if I've bumped into someone in a pub and I spilled their pint, it's not like, fuck you, like that situation, Tom, man. If I was me, I would have bought him my pint back and apologised.
Yeah. Or you will get a stool.
That is majority of the of the interactions. Like,
or you'll get a bar stool wrapped around the back of your head.
Yeah, but like, I've never had anything like that up here. If someone has spilt my drink, I've gone, okay, have that, get it in there, and that's been it.
Yeah.
It's fortunate I've been.
Thing is, it's a combination
that,
of
like.
fucking mutual respect and standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's respecting other people and fucking demanding respect when you deserve respect, and that's the crux of the valleys. That is.
Yeah.
I had
Definitely.
Valleys as well.
Stand up for yourself for people who walk the fuck all over you. Like,
Shut up, Dan.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Or like kick your head into a corner.
Yeah, who said you could talk, Dan?
Yeah. Smash your cheese and chips up your hand next time I see you.
Yeah. What were you saying, Dan?
No, I was saying, what I was saying was, fuck him.
Dan, stand up for yourself, for the love of God.
Corner way, okay.
take it, boys.
No, you
No,
can't.
go on, Dan.
Oh, he's a soft
above
Dorset.
it.
He's a Dorset boy now. Rise above it, is it?
Yeah, Tori and I fucking so fucking eloquently put it.
Oh, fucking
Tori
hell.
Dan.
Oh, come on in, Dan. I gotta go fucking work in the morning.
Scott was trying to say something, hopefully insightful.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, did anybody else's like parents or grandparents or anyone say to you, you know, growing up, you got to get back out there and you got to fucking stand your ground?
Fuck guy.
Do you ever go in the house crying, thinking, "Ah, boy, fucking hurt me," and then you walk in through the door, and I lived with my grandparents growing up, and my fucking grandfather would be like, "Get back out there and sort him out now."
Yeah.
He said, "And if you fucking don't, when you come back in, I'm going to sort you out."
I remember.
So
Okay,
I'm
man.
looking at my grandfather, and my grandfather's like 4 foot, so he's probably only an inch taller than this fucking boy that I'm beating up outside and thinking, who's my best fucking odds? I know that my grandfather is a fucking absolute bastard of a man, so I'm back out there fighting with this boy. And then as soon as you get on top of that bully and you give him a fucking tuning, like, that's where it ends.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, it's either like mutual respect for each other, or they just don't bother you no more.
Thing is, there was a bit of a period where it mixed minds round by me because they'd have a gang name or anything fancy like Nicky's boys, but they fucking
My boys.
it was these boys from Porth, right, and they were like really tapped. They like they dropped like breeze blocks on my mate's head and face, and
Fucking hell.
they were proper lunatics, air quotes. But no, but it was like I remember it was really fucking fucked. The thing about it was one of the boys. Sorry for outing you, Dan. He jumped this other boy from Porth who was their mate. Can't remember for what reason. Anyway, but he had told them, or they'd go into this somehow. There was my mate Conrad. So we're just hanging around now as you do, 16, 17, chilling out in the back of the shops in the lanes, drinking. And then all the boys in school are giving it the all, oh yeah, you know, we'll they come after you, Con, we'll have them, don't worry. It's like 8 of us, 9 of us, yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. And it was there. So down the lane and these boys show up. And they're about, like I said, we're 16, 17. They're like 20, 21, all of them. And the big guy is like, so I'm here, like, right, fuck it, let's go. We're gonna have them now, isn't he? 4 or 5 of them. It's like 9 of us, we got them. I turn around, all the other boys are pegging up a fucking lane. There's me on my own with Conrad. And this boy Dan going, they were like coming and going with the fuck's Conrad Rogers. This boy Dan, that's him, but they pointed at him and fucking pegged it. I was like, you fucking prick. And then there's me and my mate Conrad had been fucking beaten up by these 9 boys getting kicked in on the floor. Oh. And it was supposed to be left there. Like between me and them, I seen them out before, and they were like, one of them would just sort of like give me a nod because just before they started beating on both of us, we got into a bit of a scrap. Like I gave him a very good fucking hit before he hit the floor. I sort of like respected that, but they didn't leave it there with him. Like I said, later on, and they were dropping breeze blocks in his face. They were constantly jumping him.
It's kind of what you get for having a name like Conrad in the Valleys, isn't it?
Didn't think it was weird until I heard it like pronounced by an American.
Conrad.
Oh, my boy.
Conrad.
It's kind of got a better American twang.
It's got like it's got waves in the valleys. I think sometimes you have those beefs where it's like, right, fight. Next time you see each other, buy each other a drink, or like you said, scrap again, and then it's squashed.
Yeah.
And then there's other times then where it's just fucking idiots about, and they just keep on going at it. Like,
All right. So
Another one when I was younger.
I'll be
was,
back now.
mute your mic when you go, Dan. Stupid cunt. I'll mute it for him, actually. You're muted.
It was just one time.
Let me just take this moment while fucking Dan is away to actually say, never say it to his fucking face, but we do all actually love Dan McNeil to bits.
Yeah.
yeah, he is like the nicest boy you'll ever meet,
He is the nicest boy out of the group, like.
and that's why we rip on him so much. He doesn't fuck all back.
So when he's to wife him up.
Yeah, well, I used to say...
Wife him up or knife him up.
I said wife him, not knife him.
Like,
Stab him right up.
If he gets fucking stabbed now.
I used
on
to
you.
I used to say about Dan that I can't say a bad word about him. I know, I can't say a bad word about him. Everything I say about him is complimentary. And then I got to know Dan McNeil, and fuck me, just chat so much shit about Dan McNeil.
Fucking Tory.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. When I was younger, after my first pen wine beating, the second most fucking thing he beating that sticks in my mind was this boy. I think he was about 13, 14. I must have been about 10 or 11. And he was a boxer. And he wasn't like my friend, but he was kind of a friend of a friend.
An acquaintance.
Yeah. I was in Perth Celyn Park and was like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? And I was going, my grandfather was a huntsman most of his life. And I was going with him hunting. So
I love having wireless headphones.
So
No, you heard all that to do, you prick.
I love you all, boys.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, say it to me.
That's
Oh, fuck. Oh, cheers, Dan. Fucking hell. I got ratted out.
So,
I love you all.
I bet that was the best piss of your life, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah,
fucking
the one you
glorious,
did.
but I did. A bit of cum did come out. Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
It's the pre, innit?
More
I'll
than
never
pre,
say this to his face, and he's in the toilet like grinning like a fucking Cheshire cat.
I was. I
It's
was
like,
like,
I've got them all by the bollocks. They fucking love me, boys.
Oh, he's going to set that as his fucking alarm clock in the morning, as his
The boys love
ringtone.
me.
And
I love you all,
cut
boys.
it out.
Apart from Nicky, he wants somebody to knife me.
Yeah.
Phone in the LLC boys, like somebody needs a knife.
I crew, I got a job for you.
Carry on with your story, Nick. Fuck's sake.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, so we was in Perth Celyn Park, and I was walking back to the main streets of Miskin with this Daniel boy, and
I
as
forgot
we're walking along.
we lived on the same street as kids, didn't we? Well,
Did.
you're about 15 years older than me.
Yeah, something like that, 15, 16. And as we're walking along through the Khyber, somebody else is in the Khyber is set up off the street today. So, like, there's a little wall with steps that go up into the front garden for the front door.
Yeah.
So, walking along, talking like that. Next thing, he just threw me into one of these openings into the
When
bottom of
your
some
mate did
steps.
know.
Yeah, this boy pushed me, so I was sat on the steps, put his hands on the walls, and just kept repeatedly booting me in the face,
Fucking hell.
throwing his whole self into me, like.
Apparently, you knocked his chips out of his hand the night before.
Fucking busted me up really bad. Or my eye was swollen, my fucking lip, and yeah, and he was just like. Looking back, man, he was quite scary because he was quite calm when he was doing it as well, like.
Oh, so an actual psychopath then.
And I don't know, he let me go in and off. I run home. Got into my house. My mother was like, "Where the fuck have you been? You're like 45 minutes late." And then when I came into like the light of the living room, she was like, "The fuck has happened to you?"
Ugh.
So didn't want to tell her. Ended up telling her. But turns out my mother knew this kid's fucking parents.
Yeah.
So my mother jumped in the car with me and her fucking friend Helen, drove down to this boy's house,
Fuck yeah.
took me with her, opened the front door, walked in, grabbed him by the fucking face, just a handful of face, threw him on the floor and stamped it all over him. Fucking in front of his parents. His parents were screaming. My mother was like, you better having it fucking next. My mother made me kick him on the floor. Jumped the car and I just went home. And my mother was just like, my mother was calmer. Fucking doing that than what it was that fucking psycho kid kicking fuck.
Who the fuck just burped on Mike again? Which one of you can't burp
That's
on Mike?
McNeil flat out.
Everything I said about you, McNeil, I take back. But anyway, the moral of the story is that Nicky doesn't need to learn to scrap because apparently his parents would beat the fuck out of any child.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
That's what Scott's friends with him.
We're gonna have to do an episode on fights that we've actually fucking won. Because to be fair, they're not funny
That'll be a
stories.
nothing episode, mate.
Fucking hell! Have we all just been battered our lives?
Pretty much.
I've got a couple of stories.
Another one fight.
Oh, well, I wouldn't call it a fight.
no.
It was more of an assault.
Yeah. Battering.
Fucking hell.
One of the fucking funniest quotes I ever heard just before a potential fight happening came from my old man. Me and my old man didn't speak for a couple of years. A couple of years.
He was in prison for beating up kids.
Yeah, no, me and him had like a big falling out and whatever. That's another story anyway. So this one night, I go down to Llanelli for the night out. I used to make my nan lives opposite my father, so I used to go and park my car outside my father's house and go in and see my nan. And
I
then
want to go see the nan.
Yeah, and then not go and see him, and then I go and see my stepmother and work and stuff like that. And I put on Facebook that I was out in Llanelli.
I'll make a point,
to make my point that I wasn't going to go see my old man. But anyway, this night I have a text off my old man, which I thought was my stepmother trying to set me and my old man up to try and fucking
have a kiss, like
kiss and makeup type of thing. But it wasn't, and it just turned out one of them proper like mental random nights out.
Mm.
So I ended up not going out with my friends, going out fucking drinking with my old man and my sister. My stepmother goes home. She's like, I'm not fucking staying with a bunch of idiots. I'm going to bed. So me, my sister, and my father goes to this nightclub now, this Tom Pepper's. So my sister says, I got to go to the cash point first. And I said, yeah, no problem. So my sister's here now using his cash point, and this fucking bloke was howling drunk. Stood like right up close behind her, like he was going to do something. I don't want to fucking like snatch her money or fucking whatever.
Let me just clear my name. Your sister's quite fit, and she was asking me to get closer to her.
But anyway, my man goes, "Are you back to me a favour? Take a step back, or I think you're making the girl feel uneasy."
I said to her, tense your ass twice if this is okay. And she did.
My sister, I'm on about Dill, was fucking flat. No, but she's fucking animal.
She's a fucking menace.
Honest to fucking God. She's a fucking animal, right? So, which is why I don't understand like why my old man was trying to, well, it's his daughter, innit? But like my sister would have fucking wiped the floor with this boy anyway. So, this bloke mumbles something, and my father's like, "Oi, but fucking stand back again, because you fucking, you've been a bit creepy now." And this bloke turned around and he looked at my old man, and there was railings in between them. So I fucking look, and he goes like, "I'm not gonna fucking mug her," or something like I said. So my old man went, "Oi, but stand back, I'm gonna pull you through them fucking railings, and you're gonna end up coming out the other side looking like chips."
Oh, I'm gonna put you.
So I kept calling my old, I kept calling my old man Mr. Chips all night. And then about 3 years ago, the chippy that was like at the bottom of his street was reopened, and it's called Mr. Chips. It's me and Scott to work in it. We pulled up, and I was like, "Look at that chippy's called like Scott knew the story." He was fucking weak. He was like, "What's the chances of that?"
Mr. Chips.
Mr.
Okay,
fucking
no.
Chips.
To be fair,
I probably Dill said about getting wailed on when you're younger and stuff. At what point did you boys break and just actually fucking turn on and welt somebody back?
Oh, I think we
I
spoke about
remember
that.
me one.
Yeah, go on.
I've
Tell
never
us.
hit anyone back.
I fucking love it in people smaller than me. What I like to do is hang out in the Llanelli subway and slap people's. Should we make the old school ghouls an official gang where we just start picking on people?
Fight club, like.
start tagging areas like fucking OSG everywhere. Like,
Oh, let's all get OSG tattoos then.
yeah.
Little dots above the O.
No one seemed very fucking inspired by that idea. Then. It's like,
No.
I'm trying to fucking get myself out of it because you know me, I tattoo myself with anything.
what?
Well, fuck. I'd have it. I'd actually have it.
Yeah, well, when we do a tattoo episode, shall me and you get tattooed the OSG logo?
I'd do it.
I'll do it.
Tattooed live.
Upper thigh, like.
Well, Pete, you
If I
just.
ever decide to get tattoos, I will.
Oh, yeah, you just want to upset your mum, do you?
Nah.
He Jewish.
Shalom, Daniel.
She just looks in. He's not Jewish. She just looks in.
They cut
Nah,
it, boys.
they're not Jewish.
It's the haircut and all the money. That's what it is. And the rich family.
Daddy's money. No.
Well, I don't know. Like going back to what Scott asked. I was always in trouble for like fighting and stuff in school. I was always like quick to lose my temper. I don't like recall an actual breaking point as such. I remember having like a breaking point with one sort of particular bully. And when he fucking
I remember mine.
Go on, Scott. Clearly, you brought this up because you wanted to tell yours. Good segue.
Just in case he's listening, and if he is listening, he can remember this, and he can remember the fucking state that I left him in.
remember the pain.
Yeah, literally, right? I'd started in boys' comp, and this was like year 9. So since I'd started in boys' comp, this cunt had bullied me relentlessly, like every day. I even started fucking chess club just to get away from him on dinner time. Never ever been able to play chess in my life, and I learned to play chess just so I could fucking dodge this guy, like.
Just to stop the bullies.
So, anyway, as I said in the previous school episode, my head of year and my grandfather were best friends. So my head of year was obviously seeing the beatings and stuff in school. I'd gone back and told my grandfather, but I hadn't.
Sorry, 1 second, Nicky. Are you just what? Oh, lighting incense. I thought you were just looking at
Setting the
fire.
mood, didn't he?
I love my
He's setting the mood.
No, Nicky, you love your incest, but not your incense.
Fuck off.
I know you're
I
dyslexic.
fucking knew I was coming before I brought my fucking mouth in.
Basic. Carry on, Scott. Tell the story about how you
Incest,
beat
fun for
someone
all the
up.
family.
Yeah, well, anyway, this my head of year and my grandfather were good mates, so they'd obviously been drinking one night, and he told my grandfather what was happening in school, and I'd never mentioned nothing when I went home. So it was like, well, what he reckons it was like the week before he told him, and my grandfather built up his anger. Well, I come in through the door one night, and my grandfather just fucking flew across the room at me, grabbed me, lifted me up against the wall. He said, "What are you going to do?" And I just started.
Come.
Oh,
I'm
fucking
gonna
hell.
come.
I'm stood there, like, off the floor, like, I don't fucking know. He was like, if I was a person out on the street and they'd done this to you, what would you do? I was like, I don't know, cry. I don't know, like, what do you want me to do? What are you expecting me to do? Yeah. To my
We need you
grandfather,
on
I'm
this
not going to
floor,
fucking
like.
it. Yeah. You going to put a banana in my ass or what?
Fuck off.
He shit you into.
So,
Oh, that's it. I'll tell
Anyway,
you that
he
story now after Scott said it.
anyway, so he says to me, he says, look, I know that you're getting bullied in school. He said, so I'm going to tell you something now. He said, you're going to go to school tomorrow. This boy bullies you. You're going to fucking turn on him and you're going to clout him. He said, oh, you're going to come back home tomorrow. And that belt hanging on the back of the door, you're going to get 3 fucking lashes with it.
Or if you
And
knock
I know-
him off the 3-story ladder, you can claim the belt for your own.
And I know my grandfather is good for the belt, like, because he's hit me with it before. I know he's good for that belt. I know those 3 lashes are going to fucking hurt. So
How did it feel
I
when
go
your
to school
grandfather
for-
hit you with the belt?
I fucking...
Felt like your grandfather hitting him with a belt, like.
How do you reckon your kids feel when you give them a whooping?
Probably like,
They know how to scrabble.
Used to give me a whooping.
yeah.
They definitely learn a lesson.
Well.
They definitely remember.
Oh, yeah.
So I goes into school. First break comes, I'm on the yard, just minding my own fucking business. Next minute, I get smacked across the head with a fucking school bag full of books. Into the ground, get a good fucking shoe in off said boy. So I think to myself, I'm not going to hit him back. I can't, I really can't bring myself to hit him back. So I just lay here, take a beating, go in. We're in the same biology class together. So I walks into biology and he sat across the table from me and he sat there. And remember when he used to bite like bits of paper off and spit them for a fucking Bic pen?
Yeah.
Like a pea shooter?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing that to me and he's catching me in the face every time. I'm trying to dodge him and they hit me in the face. And he does it with one and it fucking hits me square in the back of the mouth.
Oh.
Flaggy paper straight to the back of the mouth. So I hawk up this fucking greenie, straight back at him, straight in his face. So he runs over, starts wailing into me again. And all I can imagine now is my grandfather stood at the doorstep with his fucking belt in his hand. And I thought, I ain't having our belt. So I push him off, push him into the corner. And he stands back and he's like, fucking come on in. And out of fucking pure rage, I don't even know why, I just burst into fucking tears, picked the stool up.
The Tom Page special.
As I picked the fucking stool up, these biology stools, man, they were heavy as fuck. They were solid, they were just steel. So I pick it up. As I pick it up, he runs. I threw it from one end of the classroom to the other, hit him, fucking over, and then I run down the class and started fucking welting him when he was on the floor. So my biology teacher and the fucking creepy little cunts who used to hang around in the back of the science labs.
Yeah,
Technicians, I think it's
the creepy cunts who used to watch you working and go,
oh, you went to school with Dylan as well, no?
I love that biology coward.
I may welt this boy, so they're trying to split us apart. They managed to put us apart, and out of nowhere, my fucking right foot just come up, and I caught him straight in the nuts with like all of my power. I kicked his ball like a fucking football. Like I was kicking a fucking football, and dropped him to his fucking knees. And I was suspended from school and everything. But I went home that night, and my fucking grandfather sat there and just fucking smiled all night. It was the first time I've ever seen the man smile. That to me was like, I thought to myself, if I'd done that sooner,
that's when you've realised.
Stood up to him sooner.
Yeah. That's when you thought, I can hit children. And one day, I will be bigger than children.
Oh no, he was a fucking big boy. Like he was probably the biggest boy in our year.
Prison mentality, but
he weren't that big when he took a size fucking 7 to the nuts. Like,
and now you don't have to worry about it.
Feet, mine is still a size 7 now.
Yeah, he's still a size 7.
Calm down, bud. He'll throw a fucking chair at you and kick you in the nuts now.
Oh, they still good for a set of nuts, like.
It was just one kid in my
class. Again.
Yeah, again, I'm sorry.
Just tell by the look of my face I'm fuming.
There's one kid in my class, and I don't know, man. He'd bully me, and then we'd be friends, and then he'd bully me, and like it was just a fucking. We didn't even like each other, so I don't know why we tried to be friends. You just like he was a friend in our friends circle, and we didn't get on, type of thing. I remember one time I had a lump in my fucking nipple.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what it was. I'm trying to think of what the doctor said. I'm sure he said it's like, I don't know whether it was like a lump of pure testosterone or something. Like a fucking swollen something. It was, honest to God, it was like a fucking hard rock.
No, your estrogen was so high you started growing tits, but it wasn't testosterone. You had little fucking boy boobies and
Boobs.
Boy boobies. That's fucking creepy as fuck.
Like almost steamy of it.
Boy boobies. Anyway, this kid had fucking caught wind of me having this fucking thing, and it was sore, like it was bad. And he kept giving me fucking nipple cripples all the time.
puberty's a hard time for a young girl.
It is. He kept giving me fucking nipple cripples all the time. And then when it came to dinner time, man, I was like, fuck this, I've had enough. So we had this fight. Teachers came, broke it up, and they were taking me down to the teacher's, what's it called? Teacher's office, yeah.
Yeah.
We have all of it, right? My corridor in my school was all fucking little panes of glass, probably like fucking 8x3 little panes, individual panes. And as I'm getting fucking marched on the corridor, me and him were shouting at each other through these windows. I turned my head, next thing, fucking whack. Felt this fist in the side of my head. He punched me through the fucking window. Right? So I was like, you fucking little pricker. They sat me in the office. Next thing, he comes in with another teacher, white as a sheet. He cut his fucking wrist open. Right? And he was sat there, he fucking bleeding to death. Like fucking, it was proper like fucking 999 watching an emergency job. So he sat there with an elevated wrist and all that. And then his teacher like knew what we were like. She was like, right, are you two going to stop fucking bothering each other now? Because he's like, I promise I'm never going to bully you again. So I just sat there, he started laughing. I find it so funny. Don't you think you need to apologise to him? I was like, just looked at her and went, fucking bleed, you can't.
I really like Nicky's way of fighting. It's just wait for karma. Clearly just wait for karma.
Yeah, it works out for him.
But yeah, man, that was fucking teacher. I'll never forget the expression on the teacher's face. It was proper like fucking shock, horror, mortified. I think if there wasn't other teachers in the room, they would have fucking thrown me in the coffee cupboard. Like, fucking honest to God, they were like, and I just didn't give a fuck. I honestly did not give a fuck. I just sat there, just looking at him like, just hurry up and die, like, fucking come on, fucking time.
Fucking funny.
No, I lost it once when like my old man used to bring me up. I always just say, "But it's a woman, never a woman." Blah blah blah. But obviously, I had an older sister. We argued one day, and it was something about I wanted to watch something on TV, and she was just screaming and screaming and screaming. So I was like, "All right, fine, fuck it." Grabbed this guy remote, walked past, and went, "Put what you want on it." I went to throw it like, down next to her, that settee, but instead just clocked her straight inside the face.
Oh,
I walked to the kitchen and she comes out. She's like, "Go on, hit me!" Go on. She's like screaming in my face, and I was like, "Soft, just fuck off, just fuck off, just fuck off." And she's like, "Go on, hit me!" And she's screaming, and she's red, and just in my face, and then spit starts hitting my face. Just hit me, just hit me. I just went, "Oh, screw it," whack, and just first time I ever hit properly, full on, just straight in the jaw, and she drops. I'm just like, I was just when like I got white, I was like panicked. I was like, "Oh shit!" Not thinking I've hurt her, thinking my old man's gonna kill me. Like I'm gonna get beaten in my life. Yeah, comes in. I just went and looked at her, and he just went, "Well, you did ask him to hit him. Pick the remote up off the floor. Give it to me. Get in there. You up your room." I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I've never won an argument. Like my sister was such like a daddy's girl. I never won an argument when it was just in the house. It was always he'd take the side of my sister. Because most of the time I was being a little prick, but that's besides the point. But I just couldn't believe it. I just sat there thinking, what the fuck is happening? How the hell am I getting away with this? Sitting there watching like The Simpsons or whatever. And one of the first times I proper lost it on someone, because it takes a lot to piss me off.
Me and my sister used to fight like fuck. I remember my old man like sitting us down and he was saying, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Should you fight like a couple of fucking gypsies outside of the pub?"
You know each other so well, you can just push each other's buttons
Me and my
so
sister,
much.
And my old man fucking walked into my nan's house when he was living with her. To me, holding my sister by her fucking hair and smashing her face into the back fucking edge of the sofa. Just fucking fucking chipped all her teeth and everything doing it.
Oh my god, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I wish I had a sister. Fucking
My
hell.
mother-
My brother used to put up a fight.
My mother, could you me and my sister fight there one day? Fucking run upstairs. My sister, she's 18 months older, younger than me, mind, right? Just picked me up off the floor by my fucking pants and I'm dangling in the air.
Oh,
And I'm fucking screaming, crying. These fucking pants are ripping off me. She punched me before, and I went to school with a black guy, and I had to make a story up in school of how I got jumped on the tram line by Penwine boys.
oh yeah, but scrapping was just
There was 6 of them, like once you stayed on him.
I killed 4 of them.
we go to a different school.
No, I mean my sister went to a different went to the same schools, and I remember like I don't know if it was like the same friend with you, but like I was brought up to be fucking feared by your parents. Like,
No,
Yeah.
do you mean to fear your parents, not be feared by your parents?
I had to fear your parents. So, like, if I did something wrong, I knew the one I was scared of was not like getting caught for doing that thing wrong. It would be, what the fuck are my parents gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, exactly the same for me.
So it's one day on the school bus home, me and my sister were fucking play fighting, messing about. And my mother, we was living in Hirwine,
Irwin.
but our house was being built up in Penderyn
Ooh.
farm. Yeah. So me and my sister were rushing to go to the toilet in this house in Hirwine. And my sister was first through the door and she was running. I remember the one strap fucking Velcro strap bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was holding one of them. The fucking Velcro come apart. She stood on the bag and went head first to a fucking glass door. Fucking no, my sister's left like fucking scarred all over her face and everything from me. Proper fucking bad. Like, you can't do that. It's like fucking Birmingham all over again. You fucking horrible bastard.
Oh, fuck off.
But the first thing that came to my mind when that happened was like, oh my fucking god, my mother's gonna go nuts. Not the fact that my sister was all fucking cut up to ribbons and ass. So we broke the fucking door. I didn't realise how bad she was. So I was like, quick, get in the bathroom, you're getting blood on the carpet. So fucking, I'm stood there trying to think of all these excuses. Like, oh no, I don't know what you're on about. Fuck doors, like, when I came in or whatever, right? So fucking, something just twigged in my mind and they was like, hang on, you better go check on your sister. I walked in the fucking bathroom and it was blood everywhere.
And you just looked at her and said, bleed, you cunt.
She's just fucking, she got this big scar from like the side of her nose and went to her mouth, shut off like a gum stitch and everything. She got a fucking scar the size of her thigh. It's like the shape of fishing up and they had to stitch up in layers. She went through fucking nerves and everything. It was proper fucking bad, like. But that's all I can remember saying to her was, stand in the shower, you're getting blood on the floor, man. You're fucking mad. My sister was fucking dying in front of me, basically, bleeding to death, and I was just worried about what fucking man he was going to say because there was blood everywhere.
Oh, fucking hell.
And
When you do something together and you look up, it's like, don't tell dad.
fuck yeah. Don't tell dad. I fucking used my sister as a sleigh once in the snow. She had this all-in-one waterproof suit on. I don't know, I must be about 15. She was about 13, 14. And we were going down this hill on the farm that we lived on. And we was on these bags, and I was like, these bags ain't fast enough. I was like, lie there, let me sit on it and fucking we'll take tries and turns and beating each other's sled. So my sister's like, yeah, no problem. And me was like, yeah, you go first. And then so I sit on her, go fucking bombing down this hill, like I hadn't gone that fast down this hill on the fucking sacks, and now we were going down on. At the bottom of the hill was a fence, so I could see this fence was coming up like pretty quick. So I fucking dived off. My sister rolled over onto her stomach and just went fucking whack. Fucking cut her nose and broke her nose.
Your sister has had a fucking beating, mate.
She's had a fucking shit life.
No wonder she's hard. She does the fucking do you.
So I'm like, oh, Mommy's probably going to find this funny, fucking blah, 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 blah. So I walk back to the farm with her. She's bawling her fucking eyes out. Her nose is bleeding and everything. Bust open. Fucking my mum went ballistic. Absolutely nuts. She was like, why the fuck would you think of sitting on your sister to use her as a slate? I was like, I thought it'd be fun. Like, fucking, what's the problem? Like, it's only a broken nose. She's like, yeah, but she's a fucking girl. I said, what if she broke my nose then? Oh, that'd be different. I'm like, no, it wouldn't like. I'm not going to fucking risk breaking my nose doing that. She should have fucking agreed to do
Oh,
it.
ma'am, I was going to go second. I swear to God. I said you'd go second.
Yeah. I said, well, if you don't break
went, nah.
I
Okay.
seen her at that poster. I was like, yeah, I ain't having a go. You can get fucked. No chance. Yeah, fucking Valley's mentality. It's always
Fuck
like,
yeah. So the
always
whole,
helping your auntie.
the crux of it is you'll end up tough if you live in the valleys. That's about it.
Yeah.
Your parents will make you fucking tough.
When I lived in Mount, like a court fucking, like in, what's the park by you? What is it?
Victoria Park.
Victoria Park, I got caught lighting in the fucking big like jungle gym thing on fire.
You can't, man. You piece of shit. Kids
was
play.
like Dylan wanted to play like.
I was about 10, right, when I did that. I fucking lit it on fire, me and this bunch of boys. And I lit it on fire, the bunch of boys stood there and watched me do it, because I was that boy. Oh, yeah, fucking go on, I'll do it. So I lit it on fire, and I just hear this fucking bloke shouting at me like, oh, you little bastard, come here. And when I look up, him and his friend are fucking running across the road, like, towards the park.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, I better go. Yeah, sharp. So it's like the old stone steps and out the back of Victoria Park, and you come down to the fucking old people's home.
Yeah.
I fucking run like fuck down there, and I thought I'm not going to be able to run away from these boys. I'll have to hide. So I fucking hid under a car. Oh, I was lying there like I know, like a fucking horror film.
Yeah.
I was panting, and I was like, I think I got away from them. Next thing, but they fucking grabbed me by the ankles, dragged me out front of this car. They were holding me like by the hood of my jacket, fucking booting me in the ass, walking me back to the fucking park.
Yeah.
And they made me fucking stamp all this fire out. And he said, you better put that fire out now. I'm phoning the police. I was like, I can't stamp it out. I got new trainers on. My mother go nuts.
That's not even an excuse either. It's just a valid reason. It's like, Jeremy, you would kill me. Like,
I don't mind you setting fires, but these fucking Reeboks were brand new.
Fuck, I was like, this bloke was like, what? Come on, like, fucking lit the park on fire. I was fucking little kids would use this. And I was like, yeah, no, boy, what my shoes?
Fucking Valley's life, boys.
And then you probably know the family, fucking the hill. So you at end of Concert Street.
Yeah.
Hill went down to Victoria Street.
The nice end I lived in.
Fuck off. Who's fucking
Yes, not Bailey Street.
Right, that hill, the house on the bottom of the hill on the left,
Mm.
there used to be two brothers and their grandfather lived there. Do you remember?
No.
I remember their names.
Go
I
on.
want to say it. They were like,
We can bleep it out. They were scum.
yes.
Okay.
Parents.
No, I don't think so. No. They were two brothers. And just to put things into like sort of perspective of their upbringing, their mother used to put like fucking fags out on them and stuff like that. Like they were fucking abused as kids. But
Proper kinky shit, like.
oh, aye, or pokers on the dick and that.
Mm.
Like because they like I was a fucking poor kid, but they were like, oh, I don't know, I don't like using the word anymore, but like used to call people like scrubbers.
Yeah.
You just say they were scrubbers.
We've grown up now. We've grown up. We
Yeah.
don't say that anymore.
No. We probably used to torment them like fuck. And
Oh, that's so cruel.
yeah.
So they'd get shit.
They
at
had a
all.
coal shed at the back of their fucking garden, right?
Yeah.
And I remember once fucking climbing over into their garden, picking their lumps of coal up, and throwing them at their fucking window and smash their windows,
Oh.
fucking with their own coal.
Oh.
And then he moved he stopped putting the coal up in it, right? So I was out of ideas one day what to do to wind his family up. So I got their wheelie bin, which was full, leant it against their front door at an angle like that, and went fucking bang, 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 on the door, and fucking run across the road.
Oh, that's
So you open the
Oh.
fucking front door, the wheelie bin fell in on him, all the fucking rubbish come out all over him.
Bin juice everywhere, like.
His bloke was in his like fucking 60s or 70s as well. Like, he was over
you,
the fucking.
you horrible cunt.
Bastards.
It was
All
horrible
right.
cunt when I was a kid, man. Horrible.
Well, you clearly deserved.
I wasn't as bad as a kid, like.
Oh, you clearly deserved all those kick-ins then, but fucking hell.
Yeah. Horrible. But it was like, that was like a daily thing, man, when I was living in Mount. Like,
Playing fuck.
that's what you used to do. It wasn't like,
Well, it's
never
before
sat-
we had fucking electricity, man. There was fuck all to do.
yeah, fucking building barriers on the train tracks and.
Oh my god, fucking hell.
Yeah.
You're just here admitting to crimes now.
Yeah.
We had
Building barriers on the train tracks, throwing stones at trains and that. Fucking-
yeah, we had a string of doing greenhousing,
yeah.
walking on back lanes, because obviously you can walk from one end of pretty much the valley to the others, just through people's fucking back lanes and back gardens.
Smashing the greenhouses.
Yeah, just finding a breeze block and like, all right, then it's so far up in an arc,
You
so it
piece
comes
of
down
shit.
and lands through the greenhouse.
You
Used to
fucking
do
cunt.
that all the time.
Yeah. I was one of them little bastards when I was a kid who used to light the mountains on fire as well.
Oh, fucking
Oh, you went prick.
Going on from fire, fucking one thing we used to always fucking do when we were like 16, fucking, look at the entrance to the country park, it's in that council estate, Tivry at the top of Monk Street.
Mm.
Aye.
Fucking, well, you go in through the main entrance to the country park, and about half a mile in, right, there's a trail up on the left up the mountain you can go, right? And we always used to go there camping, right? So we'd have booze, whatever, just chilling up there, a couple of tents, right? But to get a fire going, right, we'd run down into this council estate, right, and nick the bins, right? So this one fucking summary where it went on week after week after fucking week, right? And we'd run down, grab green fucking wheelie bins, running them on your fucking back, right? There's a couple of times we were running, you'd have to cross the fucking top of Monk Street from the one side, and there's a couple of times the police were coming up and down, sort of thing. We'd always be hiding in the fucking bushes, thinking that we were going to get caught, like. But fucking, so we'd have these fires, started with these massive wheelie bins or whatever, and by the next morning there'd always be a fucking trail of molten green bin down the side of the fucking mountain. But fucking, this went on for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? I think we were back in school and started
Literally thousands of pounds worth of council money
Yeah.
spent on replacing bins.
The thing is now, all we at that age, if we see now, you'd be like, my fucking tax goes towards that.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd make him stamp
Little
like the
bastard,
fuck.
like.
Yeah,
Those little bastards make you make
His new
bins.
shoes.
you'd make him, yeah, that's it, Scott. Stamp it up with your new shoes, you prick.
And I know for a fact if someone put a wheelie bin against my door, I go fucking nuts.
See,
fucking, I remember after that then, fucking, like, it had gone on for weeks, and then my nan lived in that council estate. So I said to all the boys at the start of that summer, like, no one touch 87. My nan lives there, sort of thing, right? So that, my nan's bin was always sound. But when we were back in college and whatever it was, right?
I
remember
see,
going
if
to
you'd have
my
said
nan's
that
and
to
my
me,
dad.
I'd have to just gone and got in Nan's bin and done it.
Yeah.
Just because you told me not to.
Ah, no, the boys were so nice about it. They wouldn't have fucking done that. Like.
We're assholes, like.
Yeah. Fucking, my nan had a letter from the council then saying, "Oh, lock your bins up. There's been local youths in the area stealing bins." I found this letter, took it straight to my dad, and I was like, "It's me. Are you proud?"
what? You grassed yourself. That's how soft your fucking dad was. Could you imagine if we did that to our parents? The shooing we would have
Oh,
had.
but my old man, if anyone come to my door and said, "Your boy's been doing this," my father wouldn't go kick off on them. He would call me. I would look like I'd done it anyway, because my father would call my name and I had the fear of God in me straight away. Like, come downstairs or come up the door sheepishly, like, what? And they'd be like, once or twice, they'd be like, "Oh no, it's not him, we're in the wrong house." But most of the time, it was like, "Yeah, that's the little shit there. He did this, so he did that." My father would be like, "Right, I'll sort it out now." And he'd beat the shit out of me, and then he'd be like, "Right, you've got to go sort it out to pay for it or whatever."
And then,
pay for it, mate.
Dan, you went to your parents and you were like, "Oh, are you
Are you
proud?"
proud?
How did your dad react?
Can't remember. Fucking.
He probably went and paid for all the wheelie bins.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck off.
With the fucking treasury money.
Yeah. You'd have asked the boys down in the fucking the golf club to all chip in.
Or the Rotary Club.
Rotary Club.
Should we all go camping up a mountain and steal Dan's parents' wheelie bins?
Number 87, boys.
Number 87 only.
She don't live there anymore now. She's at a home. So back on 87th Street range now, boys.
That's a very rich person thing to do, that, isn't it?
Chuck him in a home.
Chuck him in a home.
No, she had dementia, boys. She couldn't fucking. She still can't look after herself.
Yeah, she got fucking dementia. Where's my bin? Where's my bin?
She's still outside looking for a wheelie bin.
That's how she lost her mind. Stress from having her bin nicked.
Stress from people abusing her, wondering why she's got protection.
Yeah, all the neighbours were like,
all you lot, you know, like the fear of God from your dad and everything. I never knew my dad growing up. I never had that.
Have you had the fear of your grandfather?
The fear of granddad.
yeah.
I had the fear of my grandfather, my grandmother, and my mother. And my mother is like fucking John Rambo, but
she's a scary bitch.
she is. She's a scary bitch. And I'm not talking John Rambo, Jack. I'm talking John Rambo in First Blood. Like she's a menace.
Got the bandana and everything, Chad.
It's like, all right.
I like the valleys though.
Yeah, I love the valleys too.
I love the valleys.
Oh, I wouldn't change it for the fucking world.
I spent 2 years away from
fucking day.
I spent 2 years living in Llanelli, and fucking, like Dorothy said, but there is no place like home.
Couldn't deal with the gang life in Llanelli.
Gang life couldn't be with me, that's what it was, but
wouldn't change growing up in the valleys for the world. Fucking loves it.
Absolutely not. And the fucking life experiences I've had just from living in the valley.
Boy as fuck.
Nuts.
All right, lads.
Boy as fuck.
We will call this meeting of the old school ghouls adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll catch you next week. Outro.
Love you all.
Love you.
Bye-bye. See you next week.
Love you, boys.
Ta-da.
Dill,
Oh.
I'm going to buy you a gobble for the end of the podcast.
Oh, fuck
Yes.
yeah. Give me a sense of power. Meeting adjourned, like.
Fucking court adjourned.